so the thing is that when we start with the campaign, we normally have two type of campaign running. One is the automated campaign and one is the manual campaign. So we have to see whether maybe the listing has gone down. That should be the first thing that we need to look at. Sometimes we are getting a very broad and generic search term, and so we can say $50 or lower.
Sir, can you explain the different bidding strategy available for Amazon ads?
So when we just start the campaign from scratch, we use the manual bidding strategies.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another hour of this power play. In this power play, I will be bowling to Emmy sir and he'll try to maximize this power play. So first of all, Emmy sir, welcome back, and how are you?
All good. Hi everyone.
So we will be asking some of the questions to Emmy sir. So the first question is, sir, how do you structure your Amazon PPC campaigns to ensure maximum effectiveness?
Okay, so the thing is that when we start with the campaign, we normally have two type of campaign running. One is the automated campaign and one is the manual campaign. With the automated campaign, we let Amazon do the placements for us. They actually do the search terms on their own, and then with the manual campaign we do the keyword research. So we set up the manual campaign once we have the results. Suppose that there are some search terms where they are converting very well on the Amazon side of things, so we will just shift the converting search term from the Amazon automated campaign to the manual campaign, and then just exclude the same from the automated one so that they don't compete against each other. That way we can maximize the search impression share from the best converting search terms.
Okay, so basically we try to utilize what works best and then use that one.
Yes.
Okay, so the another question is, sir, what steps do you take if you notice a sudden drop in impression or clicks for your Amazon ads?
So we have to see whether maybe the listing has gone down. That should be the first thing that we need to look at. Sometimes we don't have the listing being shown up on the various placements based on the Amazon algorithm. Second thing is that it may be possible that we are into the peak season, and then there are competitors bidding higher than us, so we have to see when we just increase the bidding whether that will help us in getting some more impressions or not. So that should be the main things that we need to look at.
Okay, so the other question is, sir, how do you address high click-through rates but low conversion rates in your campaigns?
Okay, so there are a few things involved over here. We first of all have to see what are all the search terms that we are getting. Sometimes we are getting a very broad and generic search term, and that can be one reason that we see high CTR but very low number of conversion. So in that case we have to do the negatives. We have to see what are all the search terms which are relevant to us or not, but they have a very high CTR. So for those search terms which don't make any sense, which are just not relevant to what we offer, we have to just add those as negative so that we can just reduce the overall costs from the campaign. So and then once the ads will be starting to show for the relevant search terms that are more high intent, we should be able to see the sales that we are looking for.
Okay, so in short, we try to maximize our budget on the converting areas where we are getting most of the conversion.
Yeah, but then we can say the high intent based search term rather than the search term with the search volume, because we need to get the visitor who have much more intent of buying the product on Amazon.
Okay, so basically we have to rely on more intent based
Yes.
search terms.
Exactly.
So the next question is, sir, how do you determine the optimal daily budget for an Amazon ad campaign?
Okay, so there are a few things involved over here, because when we have the product pricing that is below the normal range, so we can say $50 or lower. So for those type of campaign, when we start from scratch, we normally do $15 to $20 per day for that specific campaign, because we just cannot spend thousands of dollars in one go. We have to start small. So when I say start small, considering the budget of $15 to $20 per day seems good enough to get started, then once we see the sales, we should be able to see from where we are getting the sales, and then we can just ramp up the spend from those campaign where we are getting the sales and also a cost is on the lower side. Then we can gradually ramp up the budget for more sales.
Okay, so basically we try to utilize as low budget for the testing areas and then maximize it once we get our converting or performing search terms.
Exactly.
Okay, sir, can you explain the different bidding strategy available for Amazon ads and when to use each?
Yeah, we normally, when we start the campaigns from scratch, because the campaign don't have any historical conversion data, so when we just start the campaign from scratch, we use the manual bidding strategies wherein we control what we want to pay for a click, because at start we do not have a very high budget, we have very limited budgets. So when we get the limited budget, we always have to make sure that we are making the most out of our spend. So always start with the manual CPC. Once we get the conversion, then we can do the up and down bidding percentage as well, wherein the Amazon algorithm will actually adjust the budget based on the historical conversion data. So always start with the manual bidding. Once we have the conversion, then we can do the automated bidding going forward.
Okay, so the next question is, how do you design and implement A/B tests with Amazon ads to compare different campaign strategies?
So the A/B test between the campaign strategy, there are various type of campaigns we can set up. As we have discussed about the automated campaign, we have also discussed about the branded ones. There are some other display campaigns as well which we can set up. There is also the branded search campaign which we can set up, but the A/B testing can only be done based on the match type we have. So for example, we can try using the keywords in various match type and then split test to see which one of those works best. On the Amazon side of things, the broad match keyword don't always get the lower quality clicks. The broad match do also get the relevant ones, but then so we have to see whether the broad match or the phrase match or the exact match works best for us. The campaigns can be tested with a very small budget. So for example, starting with like $15 to $20 per day, we can set up 3 or 4 campaigns. Once we are able to see which one of those campaigns are working better than the other, then the budget will be reassessed accordingly.
How often we do testing, sir, in terms of campaigns, ad group or search term?
Testing actually depends on the amount of budget we have. So for example, we only have like $20 or $30 per day budget. So in that small budget, we cannot test huge amount of campaigns. So we can always test 2 or 3 type of campaign at once because of our smaller budget. But if we have much higher budget, say around $100 to $200, then we can test out 3 to 4 type of campaign. We will be able to see which one works best based on the cost. Then the budgets will be spent on those best performing campaigns going forward.
Okay, so basically the testing would also depend upon the budget
as well, because we don't want to go into a situation wherein we have $20 per day budget but we are testing 5 campaigns. That means $4 per day per campaign. We will not be able to get the actionable results that we are looking for.
Okay, sir, understood. So what are some of the common issues you have encountered with Amazon ads and how did you resolve them?
So so this is a very tricky question, because some of the issues are sometimes just not in our hands as well, because sometimes we do get the negative rating, so we don't, so it's those things are just not in our hands. But then there are some other things. For example, we have some issues with the Amazon. So we do have the Amazon preferred customer support. They have given us a support executive to whom that we can contact anytime to get our issues resolved. Other than that, the main issues that we see are that some of the campaign they just do really very well, and then all of a sudden the sales went down. So we have to see what kind of changes that we have done for the last few days that could have resulted in these type of results. So we just always need to be on top of the things, because there can be a lot of things going wrong. It can be the fact that the average CPC will be going up on daily basis. We just do not see these kind of things on daily basis when we see the results, but when we see the monthly stats, we are able to see that CPC is going up by like 25% for every week. So these kind of things we have to catch them early so that we can do the action on them, and then we can just control the spend from the lower converting areas to get some more sales.
Okay, sir. So I just have another question, sir. How does pricing plays an role with Amazon ads? Let's say if competitors is offering less prices than us, so how does that play, and how we tackle that thing to the client?
So like we have to see whether we are giving the value for money to our client as well. We have a product, we do not want to just showcase the product to showcase to the visitor that we are charging $100, when for the same product giving the same type of value of a competitor product, they are selling it for $70. So the pricing needs to be competitive all the times. We always have to do the search on the Amazon side of things to make sure that what is the pricing for the similar product that our competitors are doing. So this is a regular exercise which we do on our side every week. That way we can always say to our client that we have to make sure that we don't want to go very high in terms of the price comparison with the competitors.
Okay, sir. So that's it for the questions. Sir, thank you for answering all of them. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you.